Hello and welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for Scorpio. I'm Julia Mikas.
And I'm Jamie Kale Miller. Well, hey, Scorpio, I'm going to be talking about the themes of relationship and finance together because there is so much activity in your eighth house this month. There's a very big pile of planets in Gemini, especially as the month begins, which is the sign that occupies your eighth house. Starting with themes of communication, intimate encounters, deep communication, triggered by Mercury entering your eighth house. Mercury, the side of us that thinks and communicates, and also, especially in the eighth house, investigates. So you may find your curiosity going to wanting to look underneath the surface and understand what's really going on, or wanting to research your finances, or look a little bit more deeply into your business's books, or have some conversations with your partner or your spouse about how money is going between you. This is a house of shared finances and intimate relating, which can be personal or professional, in the sense that it can be about your marital finances, it can be about your personal investments, and it can also be about finances that you share with the business partner. So Mercury is going to bring a lot of stimulation into this area starting June 3rd and going on for much of the rest of the month. Mercury has a wonderful day that we call Greater Epiphany Day, and that's happening on June 14. And when Mercury is direct and fast and conjuncts the sun, this Greater Epiphany Day is a time when our head is just more clear, communications tend to go well, and logistics also tend to go much more smoothly than when Mercury is retrograde. So if you've been struggling to sort out what is going on with your business's books, or with your spouse and your finances, your collective investments, Greater Epiphany Day, June 14, is a really great time for those conversations, because they're likely to be clear, but also, and this is due to the presence of Venus, more friendly. So Venus also is occupying your eighth house this month and starts out the month in this house. Now, Venus is not so comfortable in this house, and it's really because Venus is about equality, and the eighth house is an arena that tends to feel naturally unequal. And also because Venus likes to relate on a level and consciously. Venus likes to dialogue about stuff. And the eighth house is a realm of those things and those areas in life that are just sort of more mysterious, more hidden, and that we don't generally like to talk about. So Venus is going to be stimulating a lot of dialogue and a lot of connecting, and bringing her warmth and sparkle and charm into this arena so that you can sort out those relationship, difficulties that you might have been having to do with shared monies, or just even how much you invest in each other emotionally. Venus is having a lovely day, relationship rapture day, pretty early in the month. I think it's June 4th. Yep. And this is the day when she is direct, moving fast, and conjuncts the sun. So if you have to have a really difficult conversation with a business or a personal partner, that would be a great day to do it, June 4th. It's followed pretty quickly by a new moon in Gemini, which is plugging into that Venus vibe and the Mercury vibe as well, and really stands to act as a reset button for your shared finances in a really good way. Now, Mars has been traveling along through your sixth house, bringing a lot of energy and drive to your work life in the last couple of weeks, but moves on into your seventh, where he can stir things up and create a little bit of conflict, but that's not happening until later, after that first week of the month, when Mercury and Venus are doing, and the moon are doing so many nice things. So after June 9th, you really might want to watch your tongue, curb your tongue, if you will, and not be too sharp with your partner. Yeah, I think that's what I want to say. Hey, Julia, what's up with career for the Scorps out there?
Yeah, well, hello, Scorpio. Now, you may or may not know that the sun rules your career because your 10th house is in the sign of Leo. And the sun is in your 8th house for most of the month, at least the first 2/3 of the month. So the 8th house is about other people's money. It's about research and investigation. So there may be a focus on receiving funding, loans, grants, or working with benefactors in your career, maybe pooling together resources with a business partner too. Maybe having your marriage partner help you out financially in career. This would be a very good cycle for anything where you have to do any type of investigation or any type of research for your job. You'll be very, very driven to getting down to the bottom of things. Then the sun enters your 9th house, the last third of the month. This is a very expansive place. It rules travel, it rules education, it rules law. So you might feel expansive in your own career. It would be a great time to learn new things for your career. Maybe you're traveling for your job during this time too, and it can be a broadening experience. If you publish, if you write and you want to get published, this might be a good time to focus on those types of things. Talk to an agent. And then I also have to mention Saturn, which is the career planet par excellence, who is in your 5th house all year. So the 5th house is a super fun house. It's about creativity, it's about children, it's about self-expression and hobbies. So Saturn in the 5th, Saturn seems like a little bit of a wet blanket to be in the 5th house. However, Saturn can teach us to structure our fun, to be more disciplined into it as well. And since it's a work planet, maybe this is a time to work on your creativity, get very disciplined about it. Maybe this is the time to turn your hobby into a job if there's something you want to do for a side gig, because you're taking your creativity, your self-expression a lot more seriously. And you can really start to think now about how you can make out a career out of something you love and something which you think is fun.
Find our site at pandoraastrology.com to get a reading with one of us, and find us on Patreon for workshops and classes. And we'll see you around the cosmos.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.